Eremes Guile was a whisper in the dark, a shadow that promised death to those who defied the Assassin's Guild. No target was too elusive, no mission too difficult. His blades never hesitated, and his name alone struck fear into the hearts of his enemies. But even the deadliest predator can become prey. Contract came from an anonymous source. A high-ranking Rekenber executive had placed an anonymous request to eliminate a rogue scientist who had allegedly stolen classified research. Suspicion flickered at the back of his mind, but greed and curiosity won. It was an offer too tempting to resist. The facility was oddly silent as he infiltrated it under the cover of darkness. No guards, no security measures, just eerie emptiness. Something was wrong, but by the time he realized it, it was already too late. The doors slammed shut behind him, locking him inside. He had walked straight into a trap. Before he could react, the room flooded with gas. Eremes, despite his resistance to poisons, found his vision blurring and his limbs failing. His last conscious memory was the sight of masked scientists entering the room, followed by the sound of their leader's voice. "We finally got you. Let's see how well you kill when you're the experiment." He had not been hired to kill, he had been lured for capture. Eremes awoke in a cold, sterile chamber, his body restrained by reinforced chains. The scientists wasted no time. They knew what he was capable of, and they had prepared accordingly. For months, he was subjected to horrific experiments. His muscles were torn apart and rebuilt, his nervous system rewired, and his brain altered to suppress emotions and memories. He was no longer Eremes Guile. He was becoming something else, something unnatural. They tried to erase his mind, to turn him into a puppet, but the betrayal, the pain, the lies, they all came flooding back. And so did his instincts. The moment his restraints loosened, he struck. He tore through his captors like a beast unleashed. Blood sprayed against sterile walls. Screams echoed through the facility. Alarms blared into the night. Eremes Guile had returned. One other legendary figure, Seyren Windsor, also broke free from the experimentation restraints. Together, they ripped through Biolabs, freed the other test subjects, some of which are Midgard's greatest warriors, forged into twisted souls of Rekenber's cruelty, turning the facility into a slaughterhouse. The Biolabs descended into flames and chaos, and Rekenber had no choice but to seal the entire facility, locking the abominations within. This is why adventurers who step foot into Lightalzen's Biolabs today are met with mindless, bloodthirsty versions of Midgard's greatest warriors, remnants of who they once were, now reduced to killing machines. And in the shadows of the Biolabs, Eremes Guile still waits, not just for blood, but for vengeance.